The Mustangs won the toss and they deferred and are getting ready to kick off. It is a little early, so we did not do our Facebook Live, but we will do that at the post-game show tonight. The opening kickoff is brought to you by Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance. Looking to find insurance for your car, home, or even for you? Call Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance with 2 locations in Brush and Fort Morgan. Short kick down to the 25, out to the 30, and then crossing to the 35-yard line. Trey McBride with the kickoff for the Mustangs, so it will be Berthoud ball to start off 1st and 10 at their own 35.
And kind of a squib kick. He didn't really get all of it. I don't think that was the plan, but with the wind blowing maybe in his face, he decided, or actually should be right behind him, shouldn't it?
Yes, yeah, it's going to change here eventually, they say, but 3 receivers split wide left, 1 in motion now back to the right. It's going to be a keeper and hit in the backfield first by Cade Bulis. Nice job by Bulis to come through and get the quarterback for the sack. It was going to be a little fake handoff, but Cade Bulis with the sack, and it's going to be about a 4-yard loss back to the 31.
And that play was blown up from the get-go, and he tried to read that and should have just given it to the guy and let him get the hit.
So shotgun formation. Now he runs up under center, backs off again as he gets everybody lined up. Back into the shotgun formation. 2 receivers right, going to be a handoff over the left side, but he is going to be hit in the backfield again, this time first by Trey McBride. And then I believe that is number 8. That is Isaac Blinker as they drop Berthoud for their second loss, this time back to the 29.
That was Woodrick, their big stud running back, not having much success early. 2 plays and a loss of 6.
So 3rd and 16, shotgun formation, 2 receivers left, 1 right. He goes in motion, pass out into the flat, across the 35, but that's going to be just past the 35, so that will bring up a 4th down. So nice job by the Mustang defense to start off this game. They're going to mark it, we'll say, at the 36.
Nice pass to Yuska, number 30.
So 4th and 9 from the 36. Snap back, and ball was not tipped. Ball hits about the 46 and rolls back into Spartan territory. So good, excellent field position for the Mustangs as they will take over 1st and 10 in Spartan territory.
And that punt got up there in the wind, and the wind just knocked it back, and it was actually going back towards Berthoud's line of scrimmage when it came down. So that wind, while we feel it a little bit here, out there on the field and up in the air, it's probably a lot stiffer.
Yeah, it's a pretty stiff wind out of the southeast. I was getting readings at home on mine of about 21 miles an hour, and this is supposed to turn around out of the northwest eventually and be blow about as hard. So full house backfield for the Mustangs. Snap hands off. Is that Perea?
I think it might be.
It might be George Perea that got the start in offensive backfield tonight, along with Tate Kimball. It is
yep. George Perea.
And they get that down to the 45, so a gain of 4, so that will be a 2nd and 6 from the 45. Full house backfield once again. Perea, Kimball. It's McBride in the backfield. He splits out to the right. Pitch back to Kimball as he reads his blocks out there. Gets across the 35 and down, or across the 45, and gets it down to about the 41. So a gain of 4, so that'll bring up a 3rd and 2 from the Berthoud 41.
And that's kind of typical of Fort Morgan nowadays. First drive, they just do something totally different that no one's ever seen, just to kind of show them we can do it and just try and stop us.
Now they set out in a flex formation. Going to be a handoff to Kimball around the right side. He's going to pick up the 1st down, the 35, the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Oh, they're going to say he stepped out. Kimball was almost brought down. They're going to mark it down inside the 10 at the 9. So nice job there by Kimball. Got knocked off. Didn't knock off his feet, but lost his balance and did step out on the sidelines. So that will bring up a 1st and goal from the 9 for the Mustangs.
33 scamper there. Boy, when he got around, all of a sudden he turned on the afterburners, and that Berthoud kid just barely got a piece of him. Kind of surprised and pushed him out of bounds.
So full house backfield once again for the Mustangs. Snap under center. It's going to be a handoff around the left end. That is back to Kimball. He cuts it back. Doesn't get much, maybe a couple. And finally on pile, we'll see where they finally put it. Looks like about the 8. So it'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 8.
There's only one on that one after going 33 on the previous play. They're kind of going with a lot of misdirection. They haven't really gone to just that fullback up the middle. Might be that Berthoud's packing it in the middle. Looks like they've got a kid on the center. And
so full house backfield once again. Knapp keeper on the right and wide open in the backfield or in the end zone, but he is going to be brought down for a loss. He just couldn't. I think that was Cade Bulis in the back of the end zone, had his hands up, but apparently Dalen couldn't catch him or couldn't see him there. It looks like it's going to be, a loss of 1 back to the 9.
Yeah, looks like.
So 3rd and goal from the 9.
And it's probably wanted to make sure of that pass with that wind blowing, that he'd throw it over the top. I'd say throw it to McBride. He can jump up and catch anything.
Yeah, he's going to be taller than anybody else out there on the field. McBride lines up as a tight end on the right side. Marquez out to the left. Handoff up the middle and now bounces outside to Breidenbach, and he goes into the end zone for the touchdown. Austin Breidenbach over the left side scores first for the Mustangs. That puts them up now 6-0 with 7:09 to go here in the first period.
Good start for Austin. First carry, 9 yards and a touchdown. He's on the homecoming court, I believe. One of the things we'll be talking about the people who are on the homecoming court and the lucky 2 that get selected king and queen at half.
Oh, snap back is no good, and the as Linker tries to get up to get the conversion is pulled down. So with 7:09 to go, the Mustangs are up 6-0 on B106 and B106.com. The first for Morgan score of the game is brought to you by Morgan Federal Bank, a bank that is committed to their community and keeping banking simple. They are on the cutting edge of banking. Stop by 321 Ensign and see what options they have available. Morgan Federal Bank, there is a difference. So we will get the starting defense for you here after this kickoff.
I was reading in the Loveland paper about Berthoud. They're really young this year, trying to make up for all the experience they lost.
Nice kick. It's going to go into the end zone by McBride. So the starting lineup is brought to you by Cargill. Cargill is committed to feeding the world in a responsible way by reducing environmental impact and continuously improving products and processes. Learn about Cargill's story of commitment at www.cargill.com. Defensively for the Mustangs tonight is senior Angelo Rivera, senior Austin Breidenbach, sophomore Isaac Linker, junior Grayson Garber, junior Louis Garcia, junior Trey McBride, junior Jimmy Keller, senior Cade Bulis, junior Dylan McBride, and senior Nate Cage. So 1st and 10 for the Spartans from the 20, as that ball is over the outstretched arms of the intended receiver over on the left side. So that will bring up a 2nd and 10 from the 20 for Berthoud.
When you introduced that defensive squad, I heard a lot of one word, and that was junior. So we have a young defense, not necessarily untested, but that bodes well for next year because this is a salty defensive unit for the Mustangs this year.
So 2nd down, shotgun formation. Looks out to his right. It's going to be I thought it was going to be intercepted, then almost caught, but it does fall to the ground for the incompletion. So 3rd and 10 from the 20.
Well, I guess they learned after their first 2 running plays, lost 6 yards, that they might as well throw the ball, and not a lot of success in that so far tonight either.
So 2 receivers left, 1 right. Looks like the quarterback is going to change his play. Number 12, Brock Voth. As he steps back into the shotgun formation, gets the snap. He is going to be brought down in the backfield by a host of Mustangs. We'll see who we can see getting up off the pile there. It looks like maybe Dylan McBride in there. Trey was in there first. He got by him, and then Dylan and a couple other kids come in and cleaned it up. So that will be a 4th and 15 from the 15.
First sack.
Snap back. Kick is really getting blown back. It lands at about the 23 and is going to be touched about the 21. They're trying to kick into that stiff southeast breeze, and it's blowing it right back in their face.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be much passing. Watching the dust blow across from the parking lot, it's going to be a gritty, defensive struggle for them, trying to face a powerful Mustang offense and then having no success running the ball against us.
So 1st and 10, Fort Morgan, they're going to see from the 22. Shotgun formation for the Mustangs. This is handoff is going to be to Kimball. It was actually snapped back to Trey McBride. We have a flag coming in from the referee.
Yeah, trying to run the Wildcat with Trey back there.
So we'll see what that. Have a hold on Fort Morgan. So that will replay first down. Sometimes they're going to mark it off. They're going to mark it off from about the 21. So it will be first down from the 31. So first and 19 from the 31. As you said, they are kind of a wildcat formation. Looks like they're going to do it again. McBride shotgun formation with Tate Kimball just to his left. Receiver out to the left is Marquez. It's going to be a pitch, not a good pitch, as Kimball has to fall on it back at the 35. So not a good pitch there by Trey. Austin Breidenbach comes into the game for the Mustangs. Isaac Linker comes out. Dalen Knapp back into the game. Angelo Abrego comes out.
In a tall order, coming back in, trying to make up a 2nd and 23. But you have the wind behind you.
Knapp under center. It's going to be a handoff right up the middle to Breidenbach, and he busted it down to the 20, the 15. What a hole they had there for Austin Breidenbach. And he hit that hole with some speed. And that will set up shop just outside the 10, so it'll be first and 10 from the 11. So nice job there by Breidenbach.
And that's the first quick hitter up the middle that they ran, and that's kind of their bread and butter, that they just go back and forth from that to off tackle.
So a handoff to Kimball up the middle. He keeps fighting. He gets it down inside the 5 to about the 4. See where they unpile him at.
That's right there at the 4.
I'm going to say the 4, so second and I'm saying second 4 on the 5, but it looks like it's
inside the 5, but
so second down, so they can get a first down, I believe. Handoff to Kimball over that right side, and he is into the end zone for the touchdown. Tate Kimball takes it in from 4 yards out for the touchdown, puts the Mustangs up 12-0 with 4:28 to go here in the first period.
I guess you can maybe play around with the playbook and get yourself into a 2nd and 23 when you have the horses that Coach Chisholm has running for them. What a great demonstration of just power football and blowing the Berthoud Spartans off the line on offense.
That kick is up and good this time, so that brings the score to 13-0 with 4:28 to go here on homecoming night in Fort Morgan as the Mustangs lead the Spartans here on B106 and B106.com. Brian Nickel and Kevin Rohde back here at the Legion Field in Fort Morgan as the Mustangs have now gone up 13-0 over the Berthoud Spartans. Fort Morgan comes in at 3-0. The Spartans at 1-3. They come out in here tonight out of the Tri-Valley League. So McBride, short kick this time. He's going to land at about the 25, or about the 10, and goes out of bounds about the 10. So that will bring the ball back out to the 35.
Yeah, that's a mistake that we don't need to see, giving them that good a field position.
First and 10, Berthoud.
That wind's kind of squirrely.
Berthoud to come out now with their third possession here of the first period. So first and 10 Spartans as they have 2 receivers right, 2 left. Voth shotgun formation with a back just to his left. Snap back, a quick pass out here into the flat.
Oh man, did he not see that hold?
Yeah, they just threw it. They had a holding out here on this right end as Angelo Rivera was taken down, and the ref threw a flag on that hold. So that will see if they decided they want to send him. That will replay first down, so it will be about first and 20.
All right. No scores anywhere else yet that we can see.
So first and 20 from the 25. After the holding call, 3 receivers left, 1 right.
It was a good idea of a play. They might have had some room, but the defender just did a good job and forced the hold.
Snap back is going to be, no, I thought it was an inside handoff. Rolls out to his left, and the pass is out of the reach of his intended receiver, Danny Pelfrey. Voth was being flushed out of the pocket to his left. So that will bring up a second and 20 from the 25.
Voth started off the night 1 for 1 with a pass for 7 yards out to Yusua, and since then he's thrown 3 incompletes.
So shotgun formation, 1 receiver left, 3 right. Back in the backfield. Now they send 1 man in motion. And Voth is going to be hit in the backfield and loses the ball. And it looks like Berthoud did come back on to cover the ball. But that's back inside the 15. Looks like Dalen Knapp was in there. Isaac Winker. And it looked like James Moody was also in there on the hit.
All the way back down to the 12.
Back down to the 12.
So that was a 13-yard loss.
So 3rd and 33 from the 12. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Shotgun formation once again as Voth looks over the defense, gets the snap back. And it's going to be a handoff right up the middle. And Trey McBride coming in from his left defensive end. Puts the tackle on Woodrick. And let's see if they give him 1 out to the 13. So that will bring up 4th and 32 from the 13 for the Spartans. Snap back. And it's a little better kick this time. Ball hits about the 38 and Morgan just lets it roll. As it comes dead at the Spartan 37, 30. See where they finally mark it down at.
Spartans yet to get a first down on the night. Mustangs only having 2 because they've only needed 1 on each drive to get the pay dirt.
We'll call it the 36. So 1st and 10 from the 36 for the Mustangs. With 2:44 to go here in the first period. Cade Beulah splits wide left. Marquez, Kimball, and McBride all to the right. Knapp throws out to the flat out into the right, and that play did not go anywhere. On the bubble screen out to the right. So they're going to give him maybe a gain to the 30, gain to the 35. That'll be 2nd and 9 for the Mustangs as now Marquez comes wide left.
Yeah, that play was well read by Berthoud.
T formation for the Mustangs. Going to be a handoff right up the middle. And not much there as the Spartans are starting to plug the middle. Looks like that may open things up to the outside if they keep bringing that many people to the middle. But that will bring up a 3rd and 9 from the 35 as they get no gain on that play.
Some good news from last week. We talked about Colton Carpenter getting hurt on that chop block, and he's back in there playing, and seems to be no worse for wear there.
So Knapp under center. It's going to be a handoff to Kimball around that right side, 35. And he'll get down to about the 30-yard line. Looks like a gain of 5. But that will bring up a 4th down. Let's see if they will mark it at the 30. At the 30, excuse me. So 4th down from the 30-yard line. 4th and 4. Marquez split wide right. T formation, Knapp under center. Snap gives it off to Kimball over that right side. He breaks it up the middle of 20, and he is going to get down inside the 20, enough for the first down as he gets it down to about the 17-yard line. That offensive line opened up a big hole for Tate Kimball. So that will bring up a 1st and 10 from the 13.
And it seems like the coaches are giving the lion's share of the plays to Kimball. That's his 8th carry to Friedenbach's 3rd. But that's usually depends on what sort of defense they run and what they're going to give you.
So Knapp back, a lob over the middle, and almost a one-handed catch, but dropped by McBride in the end zone. So that will bring up a 2nd and 10 from the 13 after that incomplete pass.
And that makes Dalen 1 for 2 on the night. His first one, a nice pass of only 2 yards, and then this time going back to Trey for an incompletion.
So second and 10. I guess I'm off. It is second down, but it is from the 17. I'm sorry, I got the yardage wrong. As Breidenbach breaks it out over the left side, the 10, the 5. So that was about 5 yards off. So that was actually from the 17. So that was second down and 10, and he does get it down to the 5. So that will bring up first and goal from the 5 after Breidenbach takes it 12 yards, and that will bring the first quarter to an end with the Fort Morgan Mustangs up 13-0 here on homecoming night on B106 and B106.com.
5 minutes into the half.
Back here at Legion Field, Brian Nichols, Kevin Rohde, Tristan Reyes running the board for us tonight back at the studio as we will get started here with the second period of play as the Mustangs find themselves up 13-0, and we are first and 5. It's actually first and goal from the 5. As we still have that strong southeast wind blowing. Eventually, they say this is supposed to turn around out of the northwest and cool down dramatically. So we'll see when that takes place. Marquez splits out wide right. McBride, it's tight end. Now it's going to be a handoff to Tate Kimball over the right side. And Kimball gets almost to the end zone. They're going to call it maybe at the 1. That will bring up second and goal. Mustangs from the 1 as Tate Kimball came up just short.
And there doesn't seem to be much spark in the Spartans right now as they kind of accepting their fate.
So I formation once again for the Mustangs. Going to be a handoff to George Perea. And Perea is into the end zone for the Mustangs.
No, that was Dalen. He just stuck it in, yeah.
Oh, okay. He just kept it himself?
Yep.
Okay. So Dalen Knapp takes it in from a yard out with 11:22 to go here as we just begin the second quarter as the Mustangs are now up 19-0.
And a strange bit of statistics, he's ran the ball 2 times for 0 net yards, but he has a touchdown because he lost one on his first carry.
Linker with the ball down and looks to throw it away. Looks for somebody in the back of the end zone, and that PAT is going to be no good.
So I can't imagine Coach is very happy about those 2 bad snaps and just kind of some of the little bit of sloppy play. I mean, yes, you're up 19-0, but we've got to execute every game. Sooner or later, we're going to need those extra points.
Yeah, we can't be leaving them on the field. They got to get them up on the board. So 11:22 left here in the second period of play as the Mustangs up 19-0 as Dalen Knapp takes it in from 1 yard out. The Mustangs turn now to kick off into this southeast wind, so we'll see if they just try to keep it low or if
they got number 21 Miguel Sarmiento, a 5'4", 116-pound sophomore back there, along with 14 Jake Rafferty, a junior at 5'10". So they have the short people back to return this. Probably won't kick it as far into this wind.
I would guess probably not. That's still a real stiff wind. As we are set here, Trey McBride, nice end-over-end kick, though, as that's going to come down at about the 13-yard line. And gets run into number 14, Jake Rafferty, takes it. And then he is run into by Miguel Sarmiento and knocks him to the ground. And he did have a little bit of running room, but not when your own man tackles you. That's not.
Yeah, and I can imagine Coach Diffendafer from Berthoud just pulling his hair on that. You know, you're already down 3 touchdowns, and you have a little chance to get a run back, and your own guy tackles your receiver back there.
So first and 10 from the 14 as Berthoud now with their back to the wind. So we'll see if they come out and try to. Mustangs rotate defensively as Voth rolls out to his right, gets across the 20, and Voth will run it.
Yeah, he had quite some decent stats run. He's like their second best runner, I think. Not quite enough for a first, but he got 9.
Yeah, Voth has 27 carries for 240 yards and 2 touchdowns this year so far. So a gain of 8, so that will bring up a 2nd and 2. As Voth sets up in the shotgun formation once again. 2 receivers, left, 1 right. Throw out here into the flat, but that ball was knocked down. I believe that was Breidenbach.
Yep.
And in the left flat, so that will bring up a 3rd and 2. A nice job by Austin Breidenbach to get his hands up on that defensive play. We're down to 11:09 here now in the 2nd period. Voth sends 2 receivers to the left.
He was in that kind of position when he picked that one off and ran it in for a touchdown last week.
Puts a man in motion from right to left. Voth is going to be a handoff around this left side. Across the 25, will hit hard, and the ball comes out, and they're going to say it is. They do give it to Fort Morgan.
Wow.
I believe that was Jimmy Keller that came across there and knocked that ball loose.
Is that 15 that caught that? I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow, he got licked on that one. So we'll give him 2 yards on the pass anyway.
So Fort Morgan possession now after the turnover at the 26. So 1st and 10 Mustangs.
This is starting to remind me of last year when we get up and then we just get turnovers and easy scores.
Handoff to Breidenbach right up the middle. He breaks it across the 20. Not quite enough for 1st down yardage. As he gets it down to about the 17. So 2nd and 1 from the 17-yard line after Breidenbach takes it for 9, right up the middle.
And Berthoud doesn't have an answer for Fort Morgan's offense right now, and I don't think they're going to find one this game.
Marquez goes wide right. McBride lines up as a tight end. Hands off to Tate Kimball right up the middle, and a 10, the 5, and he is into the end zone for the touchdown. Tate Kimball put 6 more on the board for the Mustangs. That is now 25-0 with 10:22 to go here in the 2nd period.
And now all 3 of the guys who normally touch the ball have scored, Knapp, Breidenbach, and Kimball. So spreading out the joy.
See what the good snap back, good hold, and the kick is up and good. So with 10:22 to go, the Mustangs up 26-0 on B106 and B106.com. Brian Nickel and Kevin Rohde back here at Legion Field as Tate Kimball takes it in from 1 yard out. PAT good by Hokenottle. Puts it up 26-0, and we were just mentioning during the break that the wind, it's just about quit, but it is now turning around out of the northwest, so the Mustangs will have the wind at their back. So sometimes life's just not fair, I guess. So
yep.
Heat kickoff as we'll go back to the 5, 10, 15. Gets away out there. It gets not quite to the 20. And that's that number 51. I have no idea who that is. We don't have him on our roster. But also brought down by J.P. Hamer.
So they'll get the ball out to the 19. Good coverage by the Mustangs.
So 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line for the Spartans, as they have a lot of work to do if they want to even try to get back into this ball game, and right now they show no signs of competing here whatsoever.
Well, now they got 9 yards on 1st down last time, and had something going, and then to have the good hit by Fort Morgan knock that ball loose, it's got to be frustrating for them.
So a handoff up the middle. Let's see who that was. That Woodrick? Wood? What's his name? Woodrick.
Yeah.
So it brings up 2nd and 9 from the 20. As they go no huddle. Going to send 3 receivers left, 1 right. Shotgun formation for Voth. Snap back, looks like the bubble screen here, and caught, and no, it's going to be dropped as he was hit about the time he was trying to catch it, and that is going to be Dylan McBride, with the hit. So 3rd and 9. Spartans from the 20.
I think you're going to have a hard time talking a receiver into running that route again. And right into the teeth of the Fort Morgan defense.
So 3 receivers right now. They send a man in motion, Trahan, and it's going to be a keeper up the middle, 25, and brought down short of the first
is that a
down.
Though. Quarterback, number 1 now?
Yep. Oh, yeah, number 1, Ty Beeman. As the wind is now shifted around, the front is coming now from the northwest.
A little cooler, too, I feel. So nice run there. Brings a 4th and 1, and they're going to go.
4th and 1 from the 28. As they look like they may be trying to draw the Mustangs off sides. We'll see. 2 receivers to the left, 1 right. Snap back out into the flat, and it's going to be caught out there for the first down. Brought down by Angelo Rivera. I believe that was Jake Rafferty with the catch. So it brings up a 1st and 10.
36.
Spartans from the 36. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers left. Looks out to his left. Nice job by Trey McBride as he knocks it down. It's going to be a screen pass. And McBride knocks it down.
Beeman, a sophomore, replacing Voss. Hopefully Voss didn't get hurt on that one fumble where they threw the ball out to the side. Maybe he got tangled up somewhere. We'll have to keep an eye out and see if he comes back in. He's walking on the sideline with, no, I guess that's 52.
So man in motion, shotgun formation, snap back, and it's going to be a handoff and brought down in the backfield by Dylan McBride is Woodrick. So that's a loss back inside the 35 to the 34. A loss of 2, so it'll bring up 2nd and 12 from the 34.
And now Woodrick, their star running backs, 4 for -2 yards.
Shotgun formation. Now they put a man in motion right to left. It's going to be a handoff around that right end. As he gets it out across the 40 and goes out of bounds. Right end not keeping containment out there. Should be.
Was that 9 that ran that, or was that?
I think it was number 6 that had gone in motion.
Oh yeah, Trey Trohan. So 4th and 4.
4th and 4 from the 41. Handoff. Well, it's going to be a keeper and caught out at midfield. That was a nice pitch and catch out there. I think that was number 85, Levi Decker. So that brings up a 1st and 10 from the Mustang 49. So a nice job here so far by the Spartans. It's going to be a screen out here and then brought down in the back. Oh, okay. Must have been an incomplete pass. Probably a good thing for the Spartans because Trey McBride had Woodring for about a 6 or 7 yard loss. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10 from the Mustang 49. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers right, puts a man in motion. Left to right, it's going to be a keeper up the middle by Beeman. Brought down for about a 3 yard gain. So we'll call it 3rd and 7 from the 47. Or 46, in there someplace. Shotgun formation. As Beeman still in there at quarterback, a 6'1 sophomore. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Beeman looks out here to the left, and that is going to be a completion, a short completion to Anthony Trohan. So that will bring up a 4th down and 4 for the Spartans.
They're putting together quite a drive here. It's trying to get their 2nd timeout, or 2nd first down of the game.
And the Spartans will take a timeout. So we'll take one with them here with 6:45 to go. The Mustangs up 26-0 on B106 and B106.com. back here at Legion Field as they go for it on 4th down. Beeman takes it and then pitches it to his running back, and they are short of the first down. Was that Woodrick that did that?
He ended up losing 7 on the play.
Well, 7 on that, so
that puts him at -9 for the night. He's not feeling good about it. Fort Morgan takes over at their 40, what do you call that, the 47 or 46?
Yeah, we'll say the 47. They're saying the 48. But
yeah, I don't think it's the 48 until you actually get to it. That's my philosophy.
Yeah, so 1st and 10 Mustangs with 6:37 to go. Going to be a direct snap to McBride. He cuts across the 50, fights through some tackles, and he is finally brought down. They're going to stop the clock. It's going to be close to a first down. So I guess you would call that a Wildcat formation. As
there you go, 2nd down. And
2nd down.
So now it's out at the 43. There's 3 the other side. Yeah, that's what I would call it. I don't think that's going to be something that we're going to see a lot of down the thing, but maybe next year.
Could be.
With Trey at quarterback. Hard telling.
So Trey back in the shotgun formation. He's going to pitch it back to Tate Kimball. He's going to block for him and not going to get the first down, I don't believe. There's just not enough momentum on that play.
Right.
He pitches it almost too early. And they do get the first down, though. I didn't know they were going to give him quite that much. So 1st and 10 from the 42.
Yeah, give Kimball 1 yard on that. But I agree with you. It's way too slow developing to the outside. They haven't ran any plays where they have a guy in motion and they kind of hand off to that person, and that might work, so it'll be a lot quicker outside.
So McBride back at going to pass this time over the middle to Marquez. Nice catch by Marquez. Wasn't sure if he came down with it or the defender, but he did come down with it, down out about the 31. So that'll bring up a 1st and 10 Mustangs from the Spartan 31.
So when we run the Wildcat, it's not just run, Coach. We can pass. It's almost like sandlot football where you're just drawing up plays in the sand.
So Knapp under center is going to be handoff to Kimball around this right side. And he will get back to the line of scrimmage and maybe get one to the 30. We'll see if they give him enough for the... It looks like it's touching right at the 30. We'll give him one. We'll bring up 2nd and 9 from the 30 with 4:40 to go here in the first half. As McBride will take a breather. And Brother Dillon in now at right end. Going to be a handoff to Kimball as he breaks it across the 25. Gets it down inside the 25.
Inside the 25 to about the 23.
To the 23, a gain of 7. So bring up 3rd and 2. Yeah, they marked it back. They marked about the 24.
Yeah, Breedenbach comes out, maybe limping just a little bit. Looks like he's looking at his ankle.
So George Perea in now. Knapp under center as Perea and Kimball are in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff to Perea as he's going to get it down to the 20-yard line, enough for the first down. Now McBride back into the game. And we'll see Marquez is going to come out for this play. So nice run there by Perea to pick up that first down. So 1st and 10, Morgan from the 20. 3:36 to go here, first half. Mustangs up 26-0. Knapp under center. T formation is going to be a pass. To McBride right over the post and into the end zone for the touchdown. That was a pretty pass by Dalen Knapp to Trey McBride. Put the Mustangs up 32-0 with 3:25 to go here in the first period. PAT coming up.
They're just having their will. Pretty much whatever they try is working, and all they're doing is putting all sorts of doubt in everybody's mind that has to come up here and play us, or that we're going to go play. What is Fort Morgan going to throw at us? I mean, how do you scout a team like this? PAT's good, by the way.
PAT is up and good. So we will just keep it here for right now as the Mustangs are now up 33-0 here on homecoming night.
They put out the call for the homecoming court to head down, so we must be getting close to half. And soon all the anticipation will be over, and we'll find out who that homecoming king and queen is going to be.
Yeah. We have an anxious father up here in the booth as Cora Rohde is one of the queen candidates this year. So congratulations to you and to her. So we'll see how the voting came out this year. Locker Talk. Tune into Locker Talk every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on 105.7 KPMX. Ben Blecka and Ken McDowell join you to take you behind the box scores of your local sports. Since 1991, Locker Talk has been a Northeast Colorado tradition. Nice deep kick by McBride as it'll be taken at the 5, across the 10, the 15 up that right side, the 20, and brought down at the 25-yard line. So Berthoud will take over with 3:19 left here in the first half, trailing 33-0 as they will go 1st and 10 from their own 25.
The king candidates this year are Austin Breedenbach, who you've heard a lot about during the game. Brady Henderson is a golfer. Dominic Garcia plays football. And Jay Armstrong is the guy who sang part of the duo last week that was so nice on the national anthem.
So 1st and 10 in the shotgun formation as they snap it back to Beeman. And he is brought down there by Dylan McBride. I'm not sure if there was somebody else, but Dylan was right there, so that will bring up a 2nd and 7 from the 28.
And he kind of got bent around like a pretzel on that play.
It didn't look like he went down well, but he popped right back up. So shotgun formation, snap back, looks out here, down in here to the flat, across the 30. As it is caught by number 14, Jake Rafferty.
And they're just really having to work to get every yard from this Fort Morgan team.
So 3rd down from the 31.
Homecoming queen candidates quickly. Kinsey Bashirs runs cross country. Let's go back to the call.
So 3rd down, shotgun formation, pass out here into the flat, and that is going to be an incomplete pass. It was a forward pass. So that will bring up 4th down and 4 from the 31.
Then we have Hallie Wickham, also active in golf. Cora Rohde, a cheerleader, plays tennis, and then Courtney Hale is vice president of FBLA and some other things. So 8 really nice kids, all honored to be just selected on the homecoming court.
So good luck to all. Let's see our Tate Kimball and Donovan Moya, a sophomore, back. As that is still not a good punt. It lands at about the Mustang 49 and bounces at the 50 and then back into Mustang territory. So the Mustangs will have it with exactly 2 minutes left on the clock.
And if they can get down and score and get an extra point, then the clock's going to run the entire second half, which I don't know whether Berthoud would want that or not, but at this point they really can't do much about stopping us.
Yeah, they haven't done much to stop it yet. So 1st and 10, Mustangs from the 49. Flex formation for the Mustangs. McBride split wide right. And it's going to be a keeper around this right side as he does hand it off to Tate Kimball. The 45, the 40, and it will be enough for the 1st down. It's almost a misdirection type of play there. I'm not sure I'd seen much of that this year. But enough for the 1st down as they get it down inside to about the 38-yard line.
Not particularly in a hurry. They're not wanting to rub it in their face, but they're not going to kneel on it either at this point.
Looks like Sterling Sharp. That's Sterling Sharp here on the handoff up the middle. And that was to George Perea. Gets a couple on the carry. Brings up a 2nd and 8
Second down and 9.
From the 37.
Right, and again, not in any hurry to have the whole second half running clock. We're going to get the ball to start the second half.
So T formation handoff up the middle to Austin Breitenbach. As he gets it down to about the 32-yard line. As we're down under 50 seconds, 47 and counting. So 3rd and 4 from the 32. Snap handoff to Kimball. And it looks like he may have enough for the first down. They're going to stop the clock here and check. And this ref on this side is giving him the first down. So it will be 1st and 10 for Morgan from the 28-yard line. That's in the 27. We'll give it to 27. 1st and 10 from the 27. Marquez goes wide left. McBride lined up tight end to the right. Bulis to the left. Perea handoff to Perea around that left end. He breaks it across the 25, the 20, the 15.
I say Perea's got the speed to break it. I remember last year him breaking a few.
So enough for the first down as he gets it down to the 13-yard line. So 1st and 10 Mustangs from the 13. And it looks like they're just going to let this clock run out unless they try to get one more play off. Because we're down to 5 seconds, and they're not 3 seconds, 2 seconds. And they're going to look for a pass over the middle. But Dalen Knapp is going to be sacked back at the 20 on the last play of the first half. So that's how this half comes to an end as the Mustangs lead at 33-0. We will be back with the halftime show here on B106 and B106.com. Second half underway, and the ball is kicked out of bounds. So that will bode well for the Mustangs as they will start at their own 35-yard line.
And this is the first time they'll be going into the wind because the wind shifted between quarters last time. So we'll see how we run up into the wind. I don't think that's going to affect us a great deal.
Yeah. Come out in there, see if they come out just in their running formation, I would guess. See Cade Bulis in there, Trey McBride. Marquez goes wide right. T formation for the Mustangs as Knapp goes under center. It's going to be a pitch back to Kimball as he gets around that corner out there, busted across the 35, and finally comes down out about the 41-yard line. So we'll see where they say the 42, so a gain of 7, so it'll bring up a 2nd and 3.
And that just seemed to be really slow. It was almost like if he would have just busted it to the side, he might have been able to cut in, but he's patient waiting for his blockers, and he seems to have a lot of success with that.
So Marquez split wide right, tight formation for the Mustangs. Snap under center. It's going to be Kimball up the middle, the 50, the 45, the 40, as they're dragging at the ball, trying to get it out of there, and he holds on tight. So a nice hole up the middle for the Mustangs as they open a hole for Tate Kimball as he gets it down into Berthoud territory at about the 33-yard line.
Nice carry there.
So quick hitter right up the middle. So 1st and 10 Fort Morgan. We'll call it the 32. T formation. Marquez goes left this time. Going to be a pitch back to Perez. He cuts it up the 30, the 25, and goes down there. So looks like a gain of 7. So 2nd and 3 from the 25 for George Perea. Perea stays in there. Breidenbach comes out.
I like to see Perea get the ball. I just think he's a good, hard-nosed kid that's been playing football for 4 years now. And to see him get a chance to run the ball a little bit's good.
So T formation once again for the Mustangs. Marquez wide right. Going to be a handoff up the middle to Kimball. He gets it down to the and down to almost the 15. So plenty of yardage for the first down as they will come up just short of the 15. So it'll be 1st and 10 Fort Morgan from the 16.
And they have so many different varieties of plays. That time it was kind of a trap play. He started one way and he cut it back up, followed the guard that was pulling. then there's other plays where they just fire straight out and, do the quick dive. There's others where, they're, going to the outside. It'd just be very hard to defend against this team.
So T formation once again, going to be handoff to Kimball around that right side. Nice block on the right side. Not much there. He does get down inside the 15, though. It's like a gain of, let's see where they're going to put it. At about the, we're going to call it 2nd and 7.
All the way into the 13. That's the thing about Tate this year, and I think a little bit towards the end last year. Very seldom do you catch him for a loss, because even if he gets hit at the line of scrimmage or behind the line of scrimmage, he's just strong and wiry enough to kind of weasel out and get a couple yards.
So handoff up the middle once again, this time to Perea once again, as he will get it down for first down yardage, as he will take it down inside the 5. So first and goal, Fort Morgan from the 3. A 10-yard run there for George Perea.
Nice to see the senior on his last homecoming game, getting a few yards. Maybe we'll get him a touchdown here too.
So Perea and Kimball in the backfield. Marquez splits wide right. Knapp under center for the Mustangs. 8:40 and counting here, third period. Going to be a handoff to Perea right up the middle. We'll see if they get him into the end zone. And they do give it to him. He is in the end for the touchdown. George Perea, as that will bring the score now to 39-0 with 8:31 to go here in the third period. So a point away from a running clock. We'll see if the pressure is on now for John Hochnoble.
And, if we don't get the running clock at this moment, it's all right. The game's moving pretty fast along the way.
It has been pretty quick.
And the cheerleaders can barely hold the flags up because
that PAT is blocked. So that will leave it at 39-0 with 8:31 to go here at Legion Field on B106 and B106.com. Brian Nickel and Kevin Rohde here at Legion Field. Tristan Reyes is running the boards for us tonight back at the studio as George Perea takes it in from 3 yards out. The PAT is no good. So we'll see what Berthoud Spartans come out here with. They'll have the wind at their back this time, so we'll see if they can get anything going here. As McBride has it teed up at the 40. Put the leg into it. It's a skimmer across the ground, and it's going to go down at about the 31. So first and 10 Spartans from the 31-yard line. 8:30, 1 second ticked off the clock there on that.
Had a good crowd here, not well followed at Berthoud, but we don't see a lot of visitors bring a lot of fans out this way very often.
So 2 receivers right, 1 left. Let's see who they have. Pass out into the flat, and it's going to be tipped at the line and falls incomplete.
And they're sticking with Beeman as the quarterback. So hopefully the other guy didn't get hurt, and they're just going with the hot hand.
So 2nd and 10 from the 31 as they go no huddle. Although it doesn't make any difference, the stop clock's on an incomplete pass anyway. So shotgun formation as Beeman pass out here into the flat. And that is incomplete as Angelo Rivera was right there to hit the receiver of that 14. Was that Jake Rafferty that was?
And wisely he knew that when he's behind the line of scrimmage, there's no pass interference, so he was able to get up there and almost get on him a little bit early. I think the other side was hoping for pass interference. But
so 3rd and 10 from the 31. Beeman pass over the middle. That is dropped. I wasn't sure if Trey McBride had knocked it down. I think he was mad at himself. He might have had that and dropped it. So that'll bring up a 4th and 10 from the 31 as Donovan Moya and Tate Kimball are back. Nice punt comes to Moya as he hits off his hands, and he does pick it up at about the 27, the 30, and holds on to it and comes down hard at about the 36-yard line.
He made a cut and his blocker was right there, and he ran into his own guy. Otherwise, he might have been able to break through those hand tackles and get going.
So 8:08 left here, third period, as it will be 1st and 10 Fort Morgan from their own 36.
And cheerleaders doing their "we feel good, oh we feel so good," and the fans are feeling pretty good. I think the football team's feeling pretty good out there.
Yeah, it is a nice packed house here tonight at Legion Field. Let's see, we have a stoppage of play here.
Timeout Mustangs.
Timeout Fort Morgan. This Fort Morgan timeout is brought to you by Ehrlich Toyota East. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Ehrlich Toyota East in Fort Morgan will fit you into the car or truck of your choice. Serving all of Northeast Colorado, Ehrlich Toyota East. So we'll see what the timeout was about here. It looks like number 31 going in for the Mustangs. That is Julian Tronston.
A sophomore.
A sophomore. As Marquez is out. De La Knapp is on the sideline.
So we're going with the JV offense, figuring let's just let these kids play some varsity football. And
so hopefully we have names here for these kids. 21. Okay, George Perea is going to be in there. Sterling Sharp in the backfield. That number 17, Alex Ortega, quarterback for the Mustangs. T formation for the Mustangs. They hand it off to Sharp right up the middle. And maybe gets a couple. So second down, and we'll call it 1, 2nd and 9 from the 37. As we said, Alex Ortega, sophomore quarterback. Cade Bulis is out there. Number 55 is out there. James Moody, an offensive line, junior lineman. As the wind's kicking the dirt up over on that north side. T formation for the Mustangs. Pitch back to Sharp as he goes around that right end over there, runs into some blockers, kicks out a little bit, and then is going to be brought down on that right side.
You've got one more is all.
So third and 8 from the 38 for the Mustangs. As the wind continues out of the northwest.
Yeah, it's a bit chillier. The cheerleaders have put on their sweats instead of their shorts that they were wearing earlier.
So T formation once again for the Mustangs as they pitch it back too Sharp around this left side. This time he breaks it across the 40 to the 45. We have a flag out here. He does get enough for the first down, but I believe it may be coming back. We will see, but nice run there by, Sterling Sharp.
Yep.
So we'll see. Oh,
face mask.
So that's a 5-yarder.
5-yarder.
So nice job there by Sterling Sharp to hit that hole there on the left side.
So he gets the 8 yards, and then we add on. Well, he got to the 45, so 7 yards.
So that will bring up a 1st and 10 Fort Morgan from the Berthoud 47. So all in all, about a 9-yard gain for the Mustangs. So 1st and 10. Let's see, we have a number 4 in there, Gerardo Miranda for the Mustangs. It's a handoff over the right side. And I believe that was Miranda, Miranda, M-I-R-A-N-D-A, Miranda. On that run.
22.
So down to the 45, gain of 2, so 2nd and 8. Fort Morgan as the starters get a nice rest here.
Sharp's out. They put in another young man. Who did catch that number? Is that 17? Nope.
17 is the quarterback. We got number 4, number 5. J.P. Hamer is the deep back, I believe. Pitch back to Hamer at the 50. Tries to cut it around the right side, but he is going to be brought down. They say he's down. Ball must have popped out, but they're saying he was down. That's going to be a loss of, 2? 3rd and 13. Back to the 49. So 3rd and 13. This drive started with 8:08. We're down now to 5:07 and counting. So taking 3 minutes off the clock on this possession so far.
And Julian Tronston, the sophomore, comes out, spreads wide left.
So I formation now behind Ortega, I believe is who that is. Pitch back to Hamer as he gets it. He is being dragged down. He might get a yard. We'll see what that will bring up a 4th down. 4th and 11, so we'll give him 2 to the 47. As Tate Kimball will come in to punt for the Mustangs. We're talking about punting. I think Fort Morgan had punted 9 times in their first 3 games, and Berthoud Spartans had punted 21 times in their first 3 games. So.
Right, and this is the first punt of the night.
Yep. And he will have to punt this. It's kind of be more of a crosswind, more out of the north. Nice snap back. Nice kick as it's going to come. Oh, it's going to be. Well, they didn't call any interference. That must have been excellent timing as the receiver got that at about the 20. That was Danny Pelfrey. So 3:55 left here, 3rd period. As the Spartans will take over once again, 1st and 10 from the 20.
It looks like a lot of subs in on defense as well. Hamer out there, Correa coming out, maybe at corner.
Yep.
And we got 12 on the field, and we did catch it.
Pass over the middle, and that is going to be well over the head of the intended receiver, number 7, Nate Garcia, a sophomore.
Hamer still in there.
So that will bring up a 2nd and 10 from the 20.
It's kind of difficult against the passing team to bring your JVs in because you just don't necessarily know whether they're going to study the films quite as well. Oh,
so he pulls it down. I believe that's Beeman that's still in there.
Yep.
And he will get it out about a 5-yard gain, but does bring up a 3rd down. Yes, that is a gain of 5 out to the 25. So 3rd and 5 from the 25 for the Spartans.
Their first running play of the second half.
Snap back to Beeman, and he is going to be hit in the backfield. Nice job back there. Let's see who that was that got in there. Moody was one of them, but the first one, that number 51. I wish we had his name.
Yeah, if anyone out there knows who 51 is, somehow get a hold of us. He seems to be playing pretty good. Maybe we'll have to go catch Coach after the game.
Had a sack back to the 19, so a loss of 6. So that will bring up a 4th and 11 from the 19.
And we're not putting anyone back.
Nobody deep for the Mustangs.
And here comes someone in at the last
they
minute.
run somebody in, and they're going to be offsides on the call. It's going to be not a real deep kick. It's going to hit about the 46 of the Mustangs and roll sideways. It'll finally come dead at the 40.
My guess is we'll turn that penalty down and just take the ball.
Just take it from there.
Get that clock running.
2:27 left here in the 3rd period as the Mustangs will take possession once again. Up 39-0 here in the 3rd period. So it'll be 1st and 10 Mustangs from their own 40. See if we can get number 82 is in there. We had Devin Gherkin.
We got Miranda and Sharp in the backfield behind Ortega still.
So T formation behind Ortega. Snap's going to be handed off right up the middle. And that was Miranda with the carry. And he gets a gain of 3, so 2nd and 7 from the 43. As the Mustangs look to run some time off the clock here, is down to 2 minutes now here in the 3rd period. Ortega under center. T formation with a receiver split wide right. It's going to be a handoff again. right up the middle. Not much running there. And once again, I believe that was Miranda. Hokenadel in there, excuse me.
Is that 36?
Snuck him in there.
45. Third down is 5.5.
Third down.
And 1.
Gain of 1 to the 36, or to the 40. Jeez, where'd I go up with that? To the 44. So 3rd and 6. As Ortega goes under center with 1:16 left here in the third period. Going to be a pitch back too sharp on that right side. As he strings it out along that right side, but does not get anywhere close to the first down. Looks like they may have, I guess he got it back to the line of scrimmage, so that will bring up a 4th and 6 for the Mustangs. Well, here comes the dirt. Wind's picking up right out of the north, down to 49 seconds left here.
In the third quarter?
In the third quarter.
Yeah, it's been a fast game, even though the clock isn't running.
You know, Fort Morgan's been helping that. Well, the Spartans are taking, they're going to no huddle even on an incomplete pass. They're not taking a lot of time getting back to the line of scrimmage. So Tate Kimball about 15 yards back from the line of scrimmage as he awaits the snap. Nice snap back to Kimball. Puts his foot into it. It's going to be a wobbly kick over to the left side. Lands at about the 33-yard line of the Spartans with 13.3 seconds left here in the third period. So the Spartans will take over. In not too bad a field position. First.
And that second team defense doing a pretty good job of containing them.
13.3 seconds left here, third period.
Wow, all of a sudden it's 29-28, Longmont ahead late in the second period. So they got little points going there. Silver Creek up 13-10 over Roosevelt now.
So 3 receivers left, 1 right as a snap back to Beeman, and that pass is going to be caught. Nice job out there. I believe that was Moya that hit just about the time the ball was caught, and he just lodged that ball. Is that number, was that 13? I don't have a number for number 13 for them.
Oh, for them, yeah.
So that brings up a 2nd and 10 from the 34. Snap back to Beeman and pass out here into the flat across the 35 out to about the 38-yard line. So that'll be a gain of 4, so that'll bring up 3rd and 6. Hokenadel with the tackle, and that will bring this third quarter to an end as the Fort Morgan Mustangs are up 39-0 on the Berthoud Spartans here on homecoming night on B106 and B106.com.
Played.
Brian Nickel and Kevin Rohde back here at Legion Field. Tristan Reyes at the controls for us tonight as it is a 3rd and 6. Beeman looks it's going to be a screen pass, and nice job as Hokenadel comes in and hits the receiver just about the time the ball got there. Nice job by Hokenadel on that screen pass to break that up. That will bring up a 4th and 6 from the 38.
Wow. And with that wind throwing into the wind, he had to lay it up there, and it just hung up there, and he timed it perfect and gave him a shove as he came down with the ball. And now we'll probably get pretty good field position because the ball is going to.
Was that an earthquake, or was the wind blowing that hard to shake the building?
I don't know. The building just shook, that's for sure.
Yeah. So snap back and a decent punt, and Fort Morgan has nobody back as it lands and rolls. It rolls about 10 yards. It goes down to about the 27-yard line. So 11:45 left here in the fourth period as the Mustangs will take possession once again.
Ball at the 28.
Looks like I would go with that.
And I'm going to start adding up the stats for the starters because I don't think they're coming back in.
They have earned a good night, a good fourth period off here. Now as we have a Connor Fajardo wide right. for the Mustangs. Handoff right up the middle as we have a flag thrown on the play.
Right where you'd expect a hold. Who took that ball? Was that 22?
Hokenadel. So we'll see what the penalty. It was the side judge that threw the. But we will see here what the illegal substitution on Fort Morgan. I believe that's what that was.
So wipes out Hokenadel's carry.
High Plains Bank. High Plains Bank offers a wide variety of products that can be customized to fit your individual needs. See what over a century of customer service can do for you at High Plains Bank in Wiggins. So now a first down and 15.
Right.
From the 23. Handoff over the left side, and not much there as Hokenadel is going to be knocked down by a host of Berthoud Spartans.
No, that was sharp that time.
Was that sharp? Okay.
There's so many different people going in and out. But yes, you're right. He actually lost yards on that. They're back
to the 21, so a loss of 2. It'll be second and 17.
At least when Tate punts, he's going to be punting with the wind behind him and should be able to boom one.
So Fajardo comes wide right once again. Ortega goes under center. And so Ortega gets the ball, hands off over to Sharp, goes around that left side. And not much there. We'll get it back out about the 2 yards they just lost. So about 3rd and 15 from the 23. Down to 10:34 here left in this homecoming game. So a nice way to end the week athletically. The dance will be tomorrow night.
Cross-country runners were at Columbine today. And I think they made it back in time because Kinsey Brashears was time for the homecoming.
Sure. Court. So 3rd and 15, a pitch back to Sharp as he comes around this right side, gets across the 30, 35, and that's a horse collar tackle. I'll get my words in the right order here pretty quick. But he had picked up the first down on that nice run, and then they'll add another 15 onto that.
Yep, that was a nice run out to the 40, so a good 17-yard run there by Sharp. He got the corner, and he was going. And the kid had no chance but to grab that back of that shoulder pad, take him down.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Fort Morgan from the Spartan. Let's see where they finally mark this off at the Spartan 45-yard line.
Well, and maybe I don't know if they've got some of their second teamers in. It's hard to tell since we don't know their kids. They're pretty good sized. I think that's their starters.
So Ortega under center once again. Hokenadel and Sharp in the backfield, I formation with 9:45. The ball goes on the ground. Ortega pulled away, did not get the snap. But somebody did fall on the ball for the Mustangs. So number 34, Angel Abrego, goes into the game for the Mustangs. Hokenadel comes out. J.P. Hamer into the game. So that will bring up a 2nd and 11. We'll call it 2nd and 12 from the 47. I formation behind Ortega. It's going to be a pitch back to Hamer around that left side. He's tripped up, but breaks through that trip and then is going to be finally brought down. Finally blow the whistle over on that far side.
A lot of extra play there at the end.
A lot of action there after the whistle.
Lost a yard out to the 48.
So 3rd and 13 from the 48.
I think in the secondary looks like they're maybe JVs. I don't remember that 21 playing earlier.
Yeah, number
34 on the other side.
Justin Bauer, free safety as they have him marked on the program. So 3rd down and 13 from the Berthoud 48. Handoff up the middle. Big run there by J.P. Hamer as he gets it down just short of the first down marker. That will bring up a
36.
Yeah, that'll bring up a 4th and 1.
Just short of the 35.
But nice hole there and run there by J.P. Hamer.
So I'm guessing they've got to have their JV lineman in at this point, defense, or at least some liberally substituted in. And I guess the freshmen played Berthoud and beat them quite handily yesterday.
So handoff over the right side. They will get the first down as they get it down inside the 45. So nice job there by this second string offense here for the Mustangs as they pick up that first down after it was a 3rd and 13. So it will be 1st and 10 Fort Morgan from the 30-yard line. Donovan Moya goes wide left. Connor Fajardo to the right. I formation behind Ortega. Going to be a handoff right up the middle. I believe that was Angel Abrego on the carry. For a very short gain, we'll give him 2, so it'll bring up a 2nd and 8 from the 31.
So another runner getting in there.
See who else is in there. Ryan Eagleston is in it on the line for the Mustangs. I formation behind Ortega once again. It's going to be a handoff to Hamer as he will get it positive yardage down to the 28-yard line.
So third down, marching down, and if they keep this up, they'll score and put it into running clock.
So 3rd down from the 28. I formation behind Ortega once again. Receiver split left and right, and it looks like that may be enough for an automatic first down if it was against. It was offsides on Berthoud.
And I was thinking, for a couple JV teams being out there, we really haven't seen any mistakes or penalties that we probably would at this point. But there we have it. 3rd and...
yeah, they're giving them a first down. So first down by penalty. So 1st and 10 from the 24.
He's getting tackled there.
And not much there. So that brings up a 2nd down. Second down and 10. Once again, let's say.
Hamer getting the lion's share of these calls. That's his 7th carry for the JV team.
Down to 5:17 and counting here. Started this with 11:45 on the clock. So Ortega under center now pitches back to Sharp. And he is caught from behind and goes down at the 25-yard line. Going to be a loss of 2. So it'll bring up a 3rd and 12 from the 25 for the Mustangs.
His 8th carry. So between him and Hamer, that's most of the carries.
As Ortega goes back under center. See number 70 in there for the Mustangs. That is Jordan Wilgenberg.
Sophomore.
On the line
or
for
freshman, No, sophomore.
So Ortega under center. I formation once again to Sharp around that left side, and not much there. Also Gerardo Miranda back into the game for the Mustangs. So that is a no gain. So 4th and 12 from the 25 for the Mustangs.
And they're going to kick a field goal.
This is the 14th play of the. Yeah, they're going to bring Hoeknadel out and try the field goal with the wind not really at his back. It's almost a cross wind. So they'll have to.
I think they're short someone on that left side.
So Isaac Linker to hold, the snap back, ball down, and the kick is no good. It can be picked up and run back, but he just downed it. They should have just, he should have picked it up,
kick
and
6,
run it back. So, yeah. So at 3:31 left in the contest, the Mustangs turn it over after a failed field goal try. That will set Berthoud up 1st and 10, where it was touched down at the 15 from their own 15.
Right, if they would have left it alone, they would have got it on the 20.
So 3:30. Go ahead.
How do you leave a ball rolling around alone? But why wouldn't you pick it up and run with it? Yeah. Who knows?
I think we have a different quarterback in there, I believe. We have receivers left, receivers right. Snap back. It's going to be a handoff up the middle across the 20, across the 15. Yeah. If that's the quarterback is number 8, we have no name for number 8.
And that was 34 that ran the ball.
Austin Binkley. So 2nd and 7 from the 18. As that wind is kicking up again, blowing a lot of dust around over here at Legion Field. 2:57 and counting. So whoever number 8 is for Berthoud is in at quarterback in the shotgun formation. Snap back, handoff, and hit hard at about the line of scrimmage, but does fall forward to the 20. So we'll give him a gain of 2, so that'll bring up a 3rd and 5 from the 20. Now we're in the Dust Bowl. I think people are leaving over there and kicking up that dust over there on that north side.
And it is pretty much blown at about a 45-degree angle across the field. I'm not sure why we're even respecting the pass, because I don't think their JV kid's going to throw the ball.
Not especially in this wind. So 3rd and 5, it's a handoff up the middle and brought down short of the 20, and that was Jose Paradis, number 78, for the Mustangs. Paredes, as we get in our ear from Tristan Reyes. Somebody has to keep us on our toes. It will be Tristan.
Now they're going to punt into this stiff wind.
So 4th and 5 from the 20, and that punt is going up and almost, well, they did get it out to the 40. Berthoud 40, so that will be a 1st and 10 Fort Morgan with 1:26 left here in the contest as the Mustangs win this going away, or will win this going away in the next 1:26, 39-0 on homecoming night here in Fort Morgan. Fort Morgan will go to Meade next week. 7 o'clock game right here on B106 and B106.com. So 1st and 10 from the 40 for the Mustangs. 1:26. Ortega under center once again for the Mustangs. Pitch back too sharp on that left side. Cuts it back upfield as he will get down just inside the 40, down to about the 39. So he'll bring up a 2nd and 9 from the 39 on that run by Sterling Sharp. As I saw Ortega getting little instruction from the referee, I think he wanted to know when the play clock was going to run down, because he started showing him the movement that the back judge will start to make when it gets down to, 5 seconds, I believe, when they start doing that. So down to 49 seconds here as Ortega now is keeping his eye on the back judge. And snap to Ortega, too sharp. So he gets it down to the 35, the 30, and that will be enough for a Fort Morgan 1st down.
Nice nifty little run there by Sterling Sharp.
I had watched him in when he played JV, and he'd get him out in the open, and he is a fast young man. So he just needs to get the chance and get out in the open, and he'll be able to do something here in the future for the Mustangs. He's a junior, so down to 17 seconds
Well, we're going to have to find a replacement for Breedenbach and Kemble. And,
Yep.
Perea comes in, but he's a senior. So we need to see some more quicker, younger guys. We got Hamer coming up. He's got some speed, and that's going to be it, huh?
That is it as the clock runs out. So homecoming is victorious for the Mustangs as they win at 39-0 over the Berthoud Spartans. We will be back with the post-game show in 3 minutes on B106 and B106.com. The Fort Morgan Mustangs post-game show is brought to you by Morgan Community College. Morgan Community College is the best choice for your higher education. Visit MCC online at www.morgancc.edu or stop by the campus for a personal advising session. MCC here to help you imagine your possibilities, believe in yourself, and achieve your goals. We're also broadcasting right now on Facebook Live as we do this post-game show as the Mustangs were victorious tonight over Berthoud in a 39-0 blowout. It was 33-0 at halftime. The Mustangs get the ball on the first possession of the half. They go 7 plays and take it into the end zone on a 3-yard run by George Perea. The PAT no good, 39-0, and that is where the scoring came to an end. But another excellent night for the Fort Morgan Mustangs defensively and offensively, as they do now go to 4-0 and head off to Berthoud next Friday night. We will have that game for you here on B106 and B106.com as we get closer to league play. I believe Meade will be our last non-conference game before we get into Northern League play. So Kevin is over here getting some stats written up here. Are you ready to go, or you want me to?
Absolutely.
I'm just showing the field right now.
Right. Well, I guess I haven't added up the total yardage yet, so give me just a second to add up the total yards for Fort Morgan.
And we had a score of 22-0 for the Brush Beat Diggers. They were behind at Faith Christian at halftime. So going to be a long night for the Brush Beat Diggers, but I know Reed Call, he'll have them get them on the right track and get them in their winning ways again as they usually do from Brush. But the Mustangs tonight had 6 possessions in the first half, scored on 5 of them. The only reason they didn't score in that 6 possessions is the half ran out on them. So they put 5 touchdowns on the board with 3 extra points, had it 33-0 at halftime. So once the Mustangs went up 39-0, the JV team went in and actually did a pretty decent job in that second half, especially not allowing a touchdown by Berthoud.
Absolutely. I've got Fort Morgan stats. There's just a whole bunch of kids that got in, which is fantastic. That was really classy, coach. Get up by 39, and they didn't get the running clock, but they just went with the JV early and let them play a lot. So Dalen Knapp didn't change second half. He handed off a couple times, but he ends the night 2 for 4, passing for 22 yards and a touchdown, and runs 2 times for a net of 0 yards, but also gets a touchdown on a 1-yard sneak. Tate Kemble ends the night with 19 carries for 153 yards and 2 touchdowns. Austin Breedenbach scores 1 touchdown on his 6 attempts for 58 yards. Trey McBride passes 1 for 11, 1 for 1 for 11 yards. Makes 2 completions for 22 yards, with one of those being a touchdown, and runs the ball once for 9 yards. George Perea gets in and runs 7 times for 44 yards and the last touchdown. Adrian Marquez gets 1 completion for 11 yards. Sterling Sharp comes in relief with 11 carries for 37 yards. So those are some tough yards for him. He had the one really nice run down the sideline. Lopez. So what's his first name?
Juan Lopez.
Juan Lopez gets 1 carry for 2 yards. J.P. Hamer, 7 carries for 14 yards. Gerardo Miranda gets 1 carry for 3 yards. John Hokanadel, 1 carry for 1 yard. Alex Ortega falls on the bad snap and gets 1 carry for -2 yards. And Angel Abrego gets 1 carry for 2 yards. Totals of the night with the 1 sack for the loss of 6 yards. Mustangs end the night 3 of 5 for 27 yards and 1 touchdown passing. 33 yards receptions on 3 carries or catches and 1 touchdown. And rushing 321 yards on 58 attempts with 5 touchdowns for a total offense of 348 yards. So really, Berthoud had no answer for us on offense, and their offense had no answer to our defense either.
Yep.
Just a total. All 3 phases of the game, even special teams, we dominated, I think, with our kicking and punting.
I think so. So we're going to pick a Fort Morgan player of the game, and that is brought to you by Transwest Chevrolet Buick, serving Northeast Colorado and now located in Fort Morgan and Sterling. stop by and take a test drive. They have a great selection of new and used vehicles, or browse our website, transwestchevroletbuick.com. And I believe we are going to go with Mr. Trey McBride once again for our player of the game on the nice job he did at receiver and quarterback and defensive end. And
had a great game defensively, put some good hits on some people. So, and it's tough because Tate Kimball had a great game as well, carrying the ball 19 times and getting the 2 scores. But, there's so much talent on this team offensively, and really the star, I think, so far in the 4 games has been the defense.
They've been stellar, especially, last week against that high-powered offense of the Holy Family Tigers. So, nice job for the Mustangs. We said they will be off to Meade next week. I think that's our last non-conference game.
Right.
And be into league play after that. But we will be there with the Fort Morgan Mustangs. They take on Meade at 7 o'clock next week on B106 and B106.com. The studio, our producer and engineer, and also Julie Garcia doing replay. For Kevin Rohde, this is Brian Nickel. Once again, the final score, the Fort Morgan Mustangs 39, the Berthoud Spartans nothing. You've been listening to Fort Morgan Mustangs football on B106 and B106.com. Good night, everybody.